All right, today I am showcasing Jace with white as the secondary color. And when I saw the spoilers for the set and I watched the stream, I was extremely excited about School of the Wizard. So this is the class card for blue. So if you're not familiar about how this works, you can put a class card into your deck. In the level 1 card will go in the top 3 cards of your deck, and then every time you play one of these, you level up, and the next level up card goes into the top 3 of your deck. So while I was excited about Wizard class is because 1, I like control, and 2, I just feel like this is very powerful. So the first one that you're going to play is a 2-drop 1/1 flyer that on debut reduces a random spell in your hand by 2. The next level up is Elemental Mastery. Draft a signature spell and add it to your hand. So I first thought that it meant like of the Spellslinger you're playing. No, it's any signature spells, and we all know that signature spells are really powerful. So Elemental Mastery is just is really strong. So I like it a lot. And our signature spell is really strong. The next card is Elemental Mastery. It costs 6, and this is the real haymaker for me. So for the rest of the game, at the end of each of your turn that you spent 6 or more mana on spells, summon a water elemental, and that is a 5/5 with sneak. So why does this matter? Okay, this is super important for decks that, how do I put this? You don't have to main so many threats in your main deck. You can play spells and then you will start generating threats without having to give up the space in your deck. So you can run way more interaction. This makes cards like Plot, for example, where it's a 6 mana, draw 2, gain 2 empty mana gems, way stronger because you're not just doing this huge tempo negative play, you're also getting a 5/5 with sneak that can block what your opponent's doing. And so my initial thoughts after this were, well, that's very good with a card like Second Son, because now I can heal myself for 7, I don't have to pass up my whole turn, and I can get a 5/5. Same thing with Day of Judgment. So now I can wipe the board and then have my own threat immediately after. And I just thought that was very strong. So this is why this is my first attempt at this deck. I'm sure I'm gonna change a few things, but I did like how it was performing. So let me just get into it. So Jace, you have 20 mana. Every time you draw, including your opening hand, it reduces the cost of his ability by 1. It starts out at 20. And when you activate it, you draw a card after you set every card in your deck to 1 mana. I understand that you might think that's a little counterintuitive with the mastery that I showed you, but the truth is with Jace, you're gonna have so many cards in your hand all the time. So you're gonna have like a Day of Judgment in your hand, you're gonna have a Second Son in your hand, things like that. So like most of the time you're not even gonna wanna use Second Son until before you activate the ability, so that way the second part is, costs 1. So, and this only needs to go off like 2 to 3 times to make it super, super strong. So I think Jace is a good fit for the wizarding class. And then also with the familiar, if you discount a Second Son or a Day of Judgment, that is super strong against pretty much anything, right? So we know about the class card, we've got the crab for the early blocking. We have the Anticipate. This can find you your Second Son after you've played it. It can find your Day of Judgments that you need. It can find the Arcanis spells after you put them in your deck. It can find you a vital piece of removal. So Anticipate's just very strong, and it draws a card, so it helps advance Jace. Scepter, draft a spell that costs 2 or less, add it to your hand. Card's just crazy. It only costs 1 with Tolarian Academy. That makes all your artifacts cost 1 less. And then starting turn 5, you have a chance to increase the discount by 1 instead of getting a mana gem. So it just gets you out of a ton of situations, giving you heal spells, removal spells, bounce spells, just card advantage spells. Scepter is just really crazy card. Remand, if your opponent plays a card that costs 3 or more, counter it and return it to the hand, draw a card, advancing basically your ultimate. Lorekeeper is just an early blocker that adds a random spell to your hand, can give you tons of value. Smite the Monstrous, destroy an enemy creature with 5 power or greater, just a great removal spell. Figment has now been nerfed. It was necessary. It was just a complete hoser for aggressive decks because it could trade with something that only had like 2 power and then trade again. And playing it for free was just kind of crazy. So now I'm testing it to see if it's still worth it. It probably still is. It's just not quite as crazy as before. Repulse, return an enemy creature to hand, draw a card. Jace's Apprentice is just a fantastic blocker. It gets +0/+X for the amount of cards in your hand. And like I said before, Jace always has 1,000,000 cards in hand, and it gets ward. So it's just a blocker that you know is going to be there to block for you, which is really important. Mage of Insight, debut, draw cards. It's a body that advances Jace's strategy. Shell Game deals with creatures in a way that only like really Turn to Stone does, and it's just very strong removal. Let's see, Mystic Tome, activate, draw a card, cost 3 in this deck. I'm still electing this card over the new one that's a 5 cost that only has 2 charges that draws you 2 cards each, because I like digging through my deck a little bit faster, and you're only netting 1 card less for 1 mana less. So I just think it makes more sense to stick with Mystical Tome rather than the new one. Especially if you're trying to dig to a particular answer, like if you need to heal, you need to see Day of Judgment, it gets, so it's just, I'm not convinced that the bigger one is actually better at this point. I could be wrong about that, but right now I'm just gonna stick with this. I'll probably experiment with the other tome at a later date. Second Sun, heal yourself for 7, or Second Sun's Dawn, excuse me, heal yourself for 7, add a Second Sun to your deck. Second Sun deals 10 damage to each enemy, that includes their face. So after you ult with Jace, the Second Sun just becomes 1, which is really powerful. And now with Wizard's class, after you Second Sun, you're of course gonna get a 5/5 with Sneak, which is incredible. Day of Judgment destroys all the creatures. And this is another way to proc the 5/5 Sneak. And then this is the other win con in the deck. So he adds 1 of these 3 spells to your hand, and then the other 2 to the deck. They're all 5 cost. Give all friendly creatures Sneak, gain control of an enemy creature, and summon 3 Skies Master Sphinxes, which are 4/5s that when they attack, they mill your opponent for 1. So he gives you multiple win cons when you play him, and like I said before, you can anticipate to find those in the deck. And generally, you want to play him before you pop Jace's ability, so that all these spells only cost 1. It's super fun. It seems like it's going to be pretty strong. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you tomorrow.
Jace versus Nick.
All right, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to showcase. Let's see if they roll over me or what. I watched the showcase stream, and it seemed pretty good. I'm definitely keeping Day of Judgment just because I've seen what Drizzt can do. I really like this hand. Still trying out the Figment. We'll see if
Let's see what you have in mind.
Still worth playing.
Well,
it's
then,
definitely a lot worse.
Let events take their course.
Seek knowledge.
Pass that. Next turn is Anticipate, probably into my Wizard class card just to drop Figment earlier.
Have you met my friend?
Unless I draw it right now, which would be really nice. Of course not. Yeah. Oh, it just drafts any card. Okay. I will take... Sorry about that, my dad called. I think I'll actually take the Apprentice just to have some more meat on the board sooner.
Come to me, my shadow.
Yeah, I like 3 blocks. And then it's just going to be Jace's Apprentice to guarantee the blocker sticks, slow him down. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to drop the Familiar just yet. It's pretty low impact. I'm kind of interested to see how often people don't play their class cards as soon as they can, and they wait until they, just have the time to. Let's see. Let's see what this is first.
Keep a secret.
Okay, and now I have the time too.
A fellow seeker.
I can go ahead and attack. If he wants to block, that is fantastic. And the Day of Judgment becoming a 5 cost is really wonderful.
I failed.
I like being ramped very much.
Come, my shadow.
Sure, yeah, we can block here. I don't mind blocking this and him getting a 2/2. I just want to only take 2 damage. Please play something cheap and get Day of Judgmented. That would be fantastic. I'll take even that. I'll take even that. There's good old Academy kicking in. And we can just clean that up. I still think when Birds of Paradise dies, it sounds like a Star Wars laser. If he drops one big threat, I'm just gonna repulse. He's got 4 cards left. Okay. There we go. There's that repulse target I mentioned.
Paid for this, Gorm.
Oh, it just drafts any signature spell. I was under the impression, for some reason, that it drafted a signature spell that belonged to the Spellslinger you were using. That is crazy, crazy. Yeah, let's progress the game plan. Wow, drafting any signature spell, that is bonkers, 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 bonkers. I'm obviously going to take the removal against the scary mid-range deck, and that gets me a blocker. I swear, guys, I think I'm psychic. I'm just going to block it for 1 turn. Yeah, so
Call the elements.
I will take this opportunity to do that, and then I will end my turn. This is all coming together very nicely. Oh, let's see what this guy looks like. Okay, that's pretty cool. I don't know why it has like a pumpkin face, but that's still pretty cool. I would be horrified of this thing. Yeah, you can smite whatever you want, buddy.
Come, my shadow.
Yep. Almost wish this was 6 cost at this moment just to proc my stuff. Please don't be some kind of protection. I don't know, maybe I'll remand just in case. Okay, it wasn't. But, I mean, I don't even think there's a card like that in the game. I just didn't want to have a whoopsie. Okay, that's perfectly fine too. There that goes, just giving crap ward. Not what I want to see. And I'm gonna put this in the deck before I use Jace's ability. If I can find that second Day of Judgment, I can really wrap this game up. You know, maybe I will and then anticipate and see. I like that idea.
So many possibilities.
Let's see. Ooh. Well, shucks. I guess I'll take that. I'm a sucker for that card.
I have seen unimaginable things.
That's a pretty good one. Oh, that adds a silent strike, that's right. I don't know. That's more versatile of a card, so I'll just go for that. And then next turn, when I sun, I'm also going to get a 5/5 with sneak, because, you know, why not?
Come to my shadow.
Okay, so here we go. Here we go. I think it's really crazy using sun, gaining life, and then getting a 5/5 with sneak. I think that's just bonkers. Yep. Please just give me Day of Judgment all at the top. Just close this game. Okay. Let's add a card to hand. Grudge Match is pretty good, right? Yeah, let's play
I'm
it.
just getting started.
I've got a plan.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like another one in my deck. That could be useful. Just do this now. Clear up some space on the board.
Unleash his name. Wait for an opportunity.
I think sneak is also a very interesting combination with approach.
Come to my shadow.
Here we go. Oh, we stunned it. Okay. Really glad I gained that life. Can I please get Day of Judgment? Anticipate? No such luck. Try and clear the board up. Is it better to shell game the 5/5 or to do this?
Mind your height, Rocket.
Cool. As long as that 7/5 doesn't get through somehow, then I should be good. Okay.
Come to my shadow.
Reblock. Just gonna braid 7/5, 7/1 now. That's why cards like Runeshell game are so good. Okay, so goodbye. Going to shell game. Let's see what this gives me.
Can you keep a secret?
Ooh. I probably will play that. Okay, attack.
Who wants some?
Yeah, I'll take that all day. Yeah, I'm really liking the wizard class stuff, guys. It seems really good. There we go. All right, let's see what we get for the next game.
Jace versus
I'm definitely feeling that I'm gonna mess with some numbers and stuff, but I think it's fairly smooth so far.
A clash of titans is about to start.
I'm not super sold on Figment yet, but it's still probably good enough. I'll keep One Day of Judgment just because it's a creature deck with probably a bunch of sneak cards. Okay, I don't terribly mind Smite the Monstrous. I like that
Let's see what you
Scepter
have in
will
mind.
be used on my first turn without using my Fragile Mana Gem.
Your vow.
Seek knowledge.
Yes, indeed. Okay, hopefully the suns really help us continue to have life. I don't know, Soldier might be kind of nice. Yeah, I kind of want the ability to have a soldier or to buff my flyer if he has a flyer I need to block. Might be
That's more like it.
not aggressive enough. Might be being too careful. Deal 2 to your opponent when that's blocked. Okay. Okay. I think this is reasonable. If I didn't have so many spells in my hand, Familiar would be really strong with Day of Judgment combo. Yeah, if he has a trap or something, that's fine.
That's more like it.
That works. The blocker's still there. Okay.
It's yours to command.
Okay. So I think we do this. If it hits Drum Up Soldier, that's fine.
Seeker.
Okay, Smite the Monstrous. That's like the only one I didn't want it to hit. Just because I'm not guaranteed for him to play something that's 3 or more. I still think it's better than Path. People ask me all the time why I play this over Path, and I'm not ramping my opponent. I'm just not gonna do it. Like in Control, I'm trying to starve my opponent of resources, not give them some. Okay, that's a pretty easy block. He should be using these unless he has something that like procs off of dealing damage to me that turn he's saving it for. Yeah, everything's just so...
Here's an idea.
Don't know where I was going with that. Oh, at least I do have a blocker for the flyer, and I have a blocker for this, so it could be way worse. Could be way worse. I don't feel horribly pressured at the moment. I'm doing this first because I really want to make sure the fire dies. Okay, that works. Yeah, that's completely fine. And that's why I block like that. I don't want that fire coming back.
That's more like it.
Okay, that works. We can block the pup. I think I'd rather remand and make sure no huge bomb hits me next turn. And then I'm just gonna shell game this guy.
Bad news, friend.
That sucks, he gets to just play it again though. I was hoping it was gonna be more than 3 obviously, so he couldn't just replay it.
The price.
Alright, this is rough. I can't keep taking damage from this thing. Yeah, I'll take the removal spell.
Boundless potential.
Was really hoping to see Sun there so I can heal some damage. I'm gonna take 4 more, which is not good. Of course, yeah, give him 2 cards to play whenever he's finally starved from cards. Super cool. Maybe he plays his whole hand and I Day of Judgment and I stabilize, who knows. Yeah, I've got a BM with the 0/6 attack, that's cool. During your turn, okay. Of course, that also kicks in. Oh boy. This is just a series of unfortunate things here.
Call the elements.
I think that makes the most sense because I'm going to Day of Judgment next turn and then I'll still have a creature. Okay, well now I know which one I'm blocking. Unless he just isn't going to swing with it, which in that case that's fine too. Okay. I'm not really sure what purpose swinging with it serves other than to get my elemental to a 5/2, but I will take it.
That's more like it.
Okay, second sun would be phenomenal here. How many cards? 19, that said? Odds are not good. Well, well, well. Yeah, I think I do want to do that. And that wizard class is coming in clutch. Very clutch. And we have removal spells galore.
The heavens obey.
I'm horrified of that card.
More like it.
I think that card is insanely good. Oh, now we're back to sweating. The procs again? Oh, he didn't pass his turn, okay. Alright, let's see what happens here.
Here's an idea.
I'll take a heal, please. Damn. I will get rid of that. Now he probably runs Shock. Of course he gets 2 cards. Like, can you just let him have the 1 card per turn, please?
Ah! That's more like it.
Hey, buddy, need a spell?
Heal, please. Yeah, we'll take that. Let's do this.
Not again!
This. Attack.
Allow me.
Let's do that. Oh my god. It just wants me to lose, guys. Like, I can't just keep him on 1 card. That would just make way too much sense.
Bad news, friend.
At least I can block it, and then I can't block it because for the rest of the game I'll take 1.
That's more
Yeah.
like it.
I think we get that the vast majority of the time. He just kept proccing the card every time I had him at 1, and he needed all of those cards to stay in the game. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to be brewing probably for the rest of the night. I unfortunately have like a 12-hour shift tomorrow, so I won't have that much time to brew when I get home. But I am off on
Great at
Saturday,
mind
so
games.
that's going to be another just super brew session. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow.